Hey guys, Lunar Spy 1127 here, bringing you Bleach Chapter 518, the Shooting Star Project Zero Mix. Well, we get some return of a couple of old characters that we haven't seen in a very long time, but we also get some characters that I personally do not ever want to see them ever again. But I'll get to that later. So first off, the chapter begins with that mysterious voice that we heard in last week's chapter. It turns out it really was Urahara, and he was sending a message through a video by Cone using as a projector. Seriously, what the hell did Squad 12 do to Cone? I know they captured him probably after the whole fake Karakura Town arc fiasco, and then, I don't know, brought him to do experiments or something, because, you know, he is a mod soul and all that, but how... the Urahara, like, modify him to become some sort of projector. Urahara says that him, Chad, and Orihime, they're all okay. Orihime and Chad, they also appear on the screen. You know, just showing that they're okay. And, of course, Ichigo is really relieved. But, during the conversation, we actually get the confirmation. Well, not really confirmation, but we do sort of hear the voice of that mysterious person with the sword. And I'm a bit annoyed that Kubo didn't show him because, come on, Kubo, just reveal who he is already. I know he's trying to, like, build it up just to reveal who he is, like, maybe later on just to make it, like, epic and all that, but we know who it is. We can just tell by, you know, the brief little appearances and the voice. I mean, one of the voices, he says, "Kurosaki, you shit stain. You're there, aren't there?" He called Ichigo a shit stain. So, it's Grimmjow. I mean, come on. Kubo, it's freaking Grimmjow. Just show his face already. It did annoy me a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe he'll just reveal him in a new appearance or something. But, I mean, if it's not Grimmjow, then I don't know who else it could possibly be. Of course, you know, Ichigo, even though he didn't actually see the person, he knew who it was. And he was actually kind of worried if they're going to be okay if, you know, with Chad, Orihime, and Urahara with Grimmjow. But Urahara says it was okay because he made a sort of an arrangement with him. What this arrangement is, we don't know. It probably has something to do with Ichigo, I guess. Probably. Of course, right before the call ends, Urahara tells Ichigo that he has to do what he really has to do. Act for his own sake from now on. And then the call ends. Right after the call, Ichigo asks the bald Squad Zero member if he could be able to repair Tensa's Zangetsu. Of course, we already know that Zanpakuto's in their Bankai form cannot be repaired. But, according to the bald guy, there is a way to reforge the blade for the Zanpakuto into something that resembles the original. It's some sort of, and I'm not kidding here, Reijutsu, which is a spirit technique. So, you know, right after what Ball Guy says, Ichigo then agrees to go to the Spirit Palace with Squad Zero. But we had to go to Kukaku's place. Yes, Kukaku and Ganjo. Sorry, I almost called him Ginjo. Kukaku and Ganjo, they actually do make an appearance, but Ganjo appears a bit later after Ichigo goes to the Soul Palace. So yeah, but the way they're introduced, I mean, Kukaku is just there. I mean, it's like Kubo saying, "Here's another character that we haven't revealed in a long time. Yeah, remember her?" Oh, yeah, but hey, it was kind of nice seeing Kukaku again. Apparently, Squad Zero needed her to relaunch the Tenshuren up to the Soul Palace because they could only use it to go down, not up. Kukaku launches the Tenshuren with Ichigo and the Squad Zero inside, and somebody actually comes up from behind Kukaku. But there was one thing that kind of threw me off guard. She said that. So she says that I had to let him go, even if that means disappointing our uncle. What? Uncle? And you know, right after that, I was thinking, oh my god, Ishin is their uncle? This is just a speculation. speculation that it's possible that he said to disappoint their uncle. And of course, their uncle has some sort of connection to Ichigo. So what does that mean? Does this mean that Ichigo, Kukaku, Kaien, and Ganju, they're cousins? Ichigo has relatives in Soul Society? That, I guess that would make sense, you know, because some dead relatives are there, I guess. But Kukaku as Ichigo's cousin? I have no idea. But, you know, before that, there's also some sort of foreshadowing that Vandenreich might invade Soul Society again. So Ganju, along with 3 other people, were preparing for the next invasion. Of course, they were training, and apparently these 3 people, Kukaku saved them from, you know, wandering around the streets of the Soul Society. And of course, we get a little foreshadowing that Kukaku may even join in the fight, which, okay, that's pretty cool. But we get to see the 3 members with Ganju. Oh my god. You know who they are? 3 members of Xcution. Grimmjow, Tsukishima, and Giriko. The fucking Fullbringers are back! God damn it! Okay. I mean, to be honest, I'm one of those people that I thought that the middle part of the Fullbringer arc was good. The beginning was a bit boring, but then when they got to the end, it went all downhill from there. Honestly, it really did. Seriously, when I read that chapter, I was so pissed. I just slammed my mouse on the ground, got up, yelling out, no, 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 and pretty much going, fuck, like that. I mean, I can understand Tsukishima because I kind of like Tsukishima. I mean, his Book of the End, Fullbring, it's a pretty good technique, and he was able to mindfuck Ichigo so many times, which I thought was pretty hilarious, so I liked him. Grimmjow, honestly, I don't like this guy. His blade of scaffold, whatever the hell his Fullbring is, it just felt like a kind of like Ichigo's own Zanpakuto in a way. And yeah, he has a Bankai where he turned into sort of like a holified version of himself. But there was no freaking point because Ichigo's got new Fullbring powers. No, sorry, Ichigo's got his Shinigami powers back. Giriko, his time tells no lies. Yeah, I mean, he has those time contracts, which I guess would come in handy, but seriously, him against the Stern Reachers? And also, he got cut in half by Kenpachi. At first, I was pissed off and didn't understand why they're here, but then I realized again, you know, because Soul Society is the place where dead souls come to, you know, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it would explain what Giriko and Grimmjow were there because they're dead, and Tsukishima's there because he's dead. So, ha! He died from that getting that hole in his chest. I freaking knew it. I knew he wouldn't have survived that. He died. Yes. I'm kind of happy by that, honestly. And, you know, quite frankly, I preferred Tsukishima because I liked him. I thought he would have been great as a main villain. Grimmjow, I knew he was evil. I knew it because he was suspicious. And when he was revealed to be evil, I thought, yay, I knew it. But then he was revealed to be the man behind everything. I mean, the one who planned Ichigo to get his Fullbring and then try to steal it for some reason. I was like, bullshit. Bullshit, because I thought Tsukishima would have made a better villain than Grimmjow. And quite frankly, I hated the Fullbring arc because it never explained a lot of things. We know that Grimmjow was a Shinigami, a substitute Shinigami, with Fullbring powers. There's so many questions about that, like, how did Grimmjow discover the world of the Shinigami? How did he obtain Shinigami powers himself? I can understand why he was pissed off by Soul Society, you know, limiting his powers and monitoring him, but they have to because I mean, you have to keep an eye on somebody who has these strange powers. I mean, you have to. But then, I mean, he found Tsukishima. Yeah, we get that. How did he find the others? What was the whole point of Xcution coming together? I mean, how did he discover Fullbring? What was the name of his Zanpakuto? Does he have a he's butthurt over Soul Society spying on him. I mean, they have to. They have to. And, you know, he's dead now. And I have to ask, why are they helping him with... Why are they helping Soul Society? I mean, granted, they weren't much of a threat back then. I mean, they're merely, like, freaking bandits. Grimmjow, I mean, what? Did Grimmjow forgave Soul Society from spying on him? Was it because of his fight with Ichigo that, I guess, made him change his mind? I hate it. I hate it. I'm one of the people who hated the Fullbringers to come back. I mean, maybe I would have been okay if it was just Tsukishima, Yukio, maybe Jackie or Riruka. Mo, I don't freaking care. Or Shishigawara, whatever we're gonna freaking call him. Kiriko, I don't care either. And I don't care about Kiriko and Grimmjow. I don't care about him. I just don't like him. And honestly, after the whole god-awful Fullbring arc, I was hoping that we would forget it. But I guess Kubo is trying to bring some importance towards that arc. But frankly, how it went, it was very disappointing. And I was trying to forget these Fullbringers. I mean, what was the point of them? I mean, out of all the characters, their backstories were explained a little bit, but not a lot of questions were answered about Xcution. So is Kubo gonna explain Xcution even more? And I've been going on a lot about Xcution, haven't I? Yeah, I'm sorry, but that Fullbring arc I didn't like. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but anyway, Squad 0 and Ichigo finally reached the palace, and you know that's basically where the chapter ends. We get to see the palace. And it kind of like Soul Society in the Serite, but except with more pillars. And there's a lot of platforms on the sky. And especially one above the one platform, it was this big pillar with these, what looks like these doors on the column. So yeah, that's basically where the chapter ends. So this chapter, I thought this was okay. I mean, I was a bit annoyed that Kubo didn't reveal that the mysterious swordsman was Grimmjow, because now we know who it is. I mean, we definitely know who it is. I mean, we can't narrow it down to anyone else. We just know it's Grimmjow. I mean, who else would call Ichigo a shit stain? And I was kind of glad to see Kukaku and Ganju back. But the whole speculation about Uncle being disappointed or sad, I mean, what does that mean? I mean, are they related to Ichigo and Isshin? I mean, are they cousins? Or is his uncle's or her uncle someone else? Does that mean that, I don't know, maybe Uncle is related to Masaki or Isshin? We're not sure. The reveal of Fullbringers, fucking hell. You know what? I was okay with Tsukishima, and I knew he was gonna die because of that hole in his chest, because there's no way he would survive that, but I don't give two shits about Kiriko and Grimmjow. I don't like Grimmjow. I don't like Kiriko. I just wish they would go away. Tsukishima, I can understand why they probably need him because of his book at the end, Fullbring. It was pretty useful, I'll admit. But the rest of them, I don't care. I would have been okay with other Fullbringers to appear, but, you know, whatever. But, you know, next week, now we'll finally get to reveal the Soul King, and the Soul Palace itself is actually not that bad. It just reminded me a bit of Soul Society, but with more platforms and columns and all that. But I actually am looking forward to seeing the Soul King, because I think, you know, Soul King is like the equivalent, I guess the Bleach is equivalent to God. So basically, Ichigo is going to see God. Now, I really want to learn about what's the deal with Ichigo and his Quincy powers. Are we ever going to learn what if Misaki really is a Quincy? And, you know, Isshin's backstory. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I keep reading Bleach, and I still really want to know more about this. But maybe we will eventually. But by then, he has to fix up his Zanpakuto with a Reijutsu. It's kind of weird calling it a Reijutsu, but whatever. I'm actually hoping to see what is going on after, you know, what's going on with Yohabak and the Vandenreich, you know, right after they retreated from Soul Society. Is Aizen gonna appear again and try to mindfuck everybody again or troll people again like before? I mean, he had his moments, but, I mean, is he gonna come back again? And, what's going on in Lost Noches. I really do want to know that. But, you know, this chapter, I thought this was okay. Hopefully, I don't know, there's like so many questions I want answered, and I'm looking forward to seeing the sulking, so I can't wait to see that. So, yeah, this chapter, it was okay. So that's Bleach chapter 518. I'm going to Spiral 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.